yarn friends, Ellen here at Yarn Dock for the 16th day of Vlogmas. Can you believe we are in the second half? That we are now in single digits to Christmas? That's almost a little overwhelming for me. I don't know about you. Maybe you are all ready. You're just like, I'm set. I'm ready to go. Bring on Christmas. I'm not. Let's look at yarn, shall we? Let's stop talking about Amazon and the state of the consumer world. And let's look at yarn and be happy. Well, talking about Temu, let's just start with the Temu. I almost started on like just picking the first color of the remake idea that the daughter and I came up with for this Advent, because I really want to use my new hook, my new 7mm, which is also very strange. Like, it's really strange to be using a Knitter's Pride crochet hook, but I'm super excited to test it out. So when hubby came home unexpectedly, I almost just grabbed this and tried out the hook. I don't know. What color brown would you call that? In my life, it looks too much like unpleasant things. So it's not my color. I'm not excited by it. I've cleaned up too much of this color. But okay, there are people who really love browns, but I'm not at that phase of life at the moment. It's just not. Maybe I'm still all geared up from the... But you know when you think you have the perfect gift and then... That's the... Okay, let's look at my bauble. I'm expecting it to be all blue today. Let's see if I am right. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. We have a very blue cake. Bauble, sorry. I always say cake because baubles are in cake form, but when they're unwoven, it's a bauble and not a cake. I do know, I promise. But yes, I am very pleased with this. I am very pleased with the way this fade is going. I'm still leaning towards the Leon cardigan, but I'm not sure. You need to go way down to that end. There we go. It's looking really nice. So beachy, which is what I was hoping for. And then my girl, what does she have in store for me today? Let's see. Let's see what colors she put together today. Okay. I like the combination together. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of either of the colors, but she didn't pick them. She just put the colors that were there together. And I think that's a good color match. I think that limey green with the brown is okay, but for me it's kind of a muted brown, and green being my favorite color. I really have fluff inside of these stockings. I don't think it came with the yarn. I think it came from inside of the little stocking. But now I'm like like I do with my kids. Oh, come on. Pick the dog hair off, pick their, whatever, bits and bobs. Yeah, they're not really my colors. I really like the deeper saturated colors, but they will go nicely together. They will make nice squares. And I think with all the other colors, it rounds it out and round out that blanket. So again, I think she did a good job. I like my blue. But the rest of the colors today were just not so in my wheelhouse. That happens, right? Not every day can be sunshine and roses. But what number are we? I'm really prepared. 16. That's right. Number 16. Okay, we have, what is this one? Balsam and cedar, I think. Let me see. This would be, okay, so this is our last balsam and cedar because we've had it twice before and there's only 3 of each kind. Do I even dare try to get this out on camera? Oh, okay. Hey. Twisting work today. Twisting work. So that is my last one of that flavor. Oh, it's hard to believe that we're coming down to the last of something. There's 3 of each and there's 8 flavors, but we have 9 days still. Things that make you go, And I think yesterday and the day before were the same. So that would mean we're finished with that one too. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm still enjoying it quite a bit. Quite a bit. And so I will keep more. I think I need to sit down and put my feet up and knit. And that's what we're doing today. Fiber-wise, we are knitting today. And that is what we're doing. I have 2 halfway finished scarves that are Christmas presents. One for oldest son, one for husband. And so we are kind of trying to work on husbands because, well, I really don't know. I really don't have any sense of how fast I am or how much I can accomplish in a day. But I'm going to be dodging him throughout the day, though he is supposedly working in the office, though it's been around quite a bit so far. But he is out tonight. So hopefully I could get his done. I have done already about 100 grams of it. I'm getting close to the end of that first ball, and then I've got to figure out how to join the next one. So why don't you join me on the vloggy part? I am gonna put my feet up, light a candle. Anyway, go join me. Hi friends. It's been a bit of a morning here. Ran out of the house, uncoffeed, unfed, without my purse, and chased a train halfway across Germany. Because when we got to the train station here in our town, which was where I thought I was headed when I ran out the door, we watched the train take off as we pulled in. So then went on an adventure. Got home immediately into some of the house stuff. And then I remembered I have some treats I brought home from Leipzig, including my soy venti chai tea latte, my favorite hot drink of all times, my special treat. But also, I have a taste test of something particularly German. Now, I'm famous for saying that Germans don't make cake, they make bread, because they just seem to forget to put the sugar in. The Germans disagree with me, but I am not the only North American who has said this. So I feel justified in my opinion. But a few years ago, we were gifted some of these Pulsnitzer. I don't say it right. Pulsnitzer Leberkuchen. Except it's not Leberkuchen, it's Pfefferkuchen. And I had one and I was like, oh, this is awful, I don't like it. But we were given 5 or 6 bags in different flavors. And nobody was eating them. And they have chocolate on them. So, of course, I decided I will go back. And then I became kind of addicted, and I think I ate all of them. And that was a few years ago, and I haven't seen them since. And then we were at the birthday party, and they were there. And they were sitting in front of me. I don't know. But, you know, trying to be polite about it, so. You know, dainty. But then I was telling, shush, you're not getting to taste. They've just come in from their walk. So I was asking the hubby about, can we get these? And he's like, well, it's a place in Saxony. And, well, that's our state. So I was like, can we go? He's like, there's probably a booth here at the Weihnachtsmarkt. And I'm like, oh, let's find them. And then, like, we turned the corner, and there it was. And it was actually a booth, not just selling them, but actually from, how do I say it, honey? Pulsnitz? Pulsnitz. I don't pronounce things right. But, so, they come in different flavors. So, I'll show you what they are, if I can open this. But, okay, so the other side of the originals family, we got it from the grandmother there. And she swears that this is the kind. Like, Pulsnitzer is like the only place to get these from. And they are, crinkle, crinkle. They are like a spongy gingerbread covered in dark chocolate, and they have some kind of fruit filling. So this is strawberry. So this is the original. But then we saw Leipziger Pfefferkuchen, which is interesting because there is no, Pfeffer is pepper and Kuchen is cake. And I wouldn't call what's in it cake, and there's no pepper in it. Things that make you go, But I know I may have cheated a little bit and swayed things in Leipzig's favor, because Leipzig ones came with either dark chocolate or milk chocolate. I am not a dark chocolate fan. I don't like my sweet treats to be bitter. I am bitter enough. So I bought the milk chocolate ones, but they only had one kind of filling available in their shop, at least on that day. It's one of the big chocolatiers here in Leipzig. Okay, well, that's... And it was 5 times as much money. Leipziger versus Pulsnitzer. And so I thought I'd try them. Oh, this one only came in Johannisbeer, which I think is currant. Like a red currant, I think. So I'm going to see if I can break it. So that's what it looks like inside. I'm going to say this, and it's going to give you the false impression, but it kind of reminds me of a peanut butter and jam sandwich covered in chocolate. Sounds terrible. I know. But it does kind of remind me of that. Like, it even kind of looks like it, doesn't it? You know, on wheat bread. So I'm going to try this one. I kind of sort of know what this one is. So I thought strawberry was the closest to currant. The other flavor I bought, because I did buy 2 flavors of it, is orange. And I think the reason that I responded to that one so quickly is because it reminds me of Terry's chocolate orange. And that is so nostalgic, and we can't get them here. But that just screams Christmas to me. So, okay, I'm going to try this one. I would never do well on a cooking show because I can't talk with my mouth full. It's like my number one rule. The kids will tell you that that's like the thing I am the fussiest about. Do not talk with food in your mouth. But you have to sort of like chew and then be like, that tastes good. No, I can't do it. But it's good. The fruit filling in there is very tangy. The cakey part, the bread, is really there, I think, for texture, to give it sort of that spongy, you would think cake texture, but it's more like a spongy texture. And then the bitter contrasts the tang. Let me see if I can break this one. Oh, I did, but the filling. Okay, so the filling in here, oh dear, I've made a mess. Well, who do you think cleans up the messes around here? Me. So the filling in here is actually hard. So it didn't break. So I just sort of crumbled everything around. Okay, I'll take a bite of this. Something where I can get all of. Okay, very different. Very different. This tastes much more like gingerbread. I don't taste the chocolate at all. Maybe that's why they are usually done with dark chocolate, because the milk chocolate... Do I have stuff on my teeth? I think I do. Well, that's lovely. Okay. Yeah. I think maybe that's why it's the dark chocolate. It needs the bitter to stand up to the other strong flavors in it. But this one, don't taste much of the currant. It's there just with little hints. And really strong gingerbread taste. Much more than that one, which is more about the chocolate and the filling sort of interacting and dancing together. This one, the chocolate virtually disappears. And the filling flavor is very subtle compared to the ginger. That's the overall. So I think in my opinion, the Pulsnitzer is the better, which is nicer because it's cheaper. So I will eat my way through those bags and tell the kids, hey, bring some more home. Anyway, it's not yarn, but it was a fun little treat this morning with my chai. And then I've got to get to stitching, but I got to get the husband out of the house. That's the project I want to work on today. Oh, well. I'll tell him I have chores for him. Maybe that'll get him to go to the office. I'll be back in a minute. surprised me. He just showed up. Luckily, I had the other project close by, so I quickly threw one in the project bag and grabbed this one. So I need to make sure I always have a decoy project around and set some kind of trap. I had the door closed, which is like on the other side. You had to go through the kitchen and the dining room to get to our living room. And I had the kitchen door closed. So I had a little warning that he was coming. I feel like a spy or something. He's really, really hard to surprise. So still trying. But I'm getting to the end of my ball of yarn, and it's not long enough. So it's 100% wool, but it's super washed. And I think I'm going to try this wet splicing thing. It's like, I kind of know various terms in that, but I don't know what I'm talking about kind of thing. So I think I'm going to go and check out some YouTube videos on how to wet splice, because I think that might be the best way to join in knitting. But, I'm new at this. What do you guys think? Tell me if you think there's a better way. I don't even know if you can do it with superwash. I'm hoping I find, a good video that really explains it and talks about it. I will use water and not my mouth. Because, maybe I'm too new and it still sounds gross to me. Okay, he's coming back. I gotta go. So, it's been a bit of a day here, friends. But, that happens from time to time, doesn't it? And I'm just ready to sit and stitch, put my feet up. Hubby should be in the concert now. And this is all I've done on this today. He kept coming home for things, which, often he doesn't. Usually he will, when he leaves to go to the office in the morning, he's there until early afternoon when he comes home to walk the dogs, but not today. And then he kept deciding to work in our library and be in the kitchen. And so there wasn't a lot of knitting time, but he is out at least for a couple of hours now. And I'm hoping to make some good progress on this. I made my own little progress keeper. And I put it in the middle because I was putting them on the sides, but the stockinette sides curl. Then I wouldn't see it. But I decided to make it Christmassy and use that pretty heart that came on the bauble I'm making my Christmas shawl out of. But I'm feeling a little disheartened. It's just not seeming to go very far. And I have about this much left on, I don't have I have that much left on the first 100-gram skein, and I do have another one. So I should be able to make it long enough. Right now it is not. It's sort of about, 6 inches down from my neck. And that just won't do for him. But I thought I could wet splice it. I learned all the technique, and the very last thing in the video was, can't do it with superwash yarn. Well, it's superwashed wool. It's 100% wool, but it's superwash. So now I have to figure out a new way to join. And, there seems to be so many ways. So many ways, and none of them seem perfect. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm not quite there yet. I'll worry about that in a little bit. But in an hour from now, I have a call with some of my girlfriends. We try to do this a few times a week, and I could really use some girl chat today. So I'm going to go knit for an hour. I've just put the boys down. So they'll probably pop out for, I need a glass of water. I need some cereal. I need to go potty. You know, all the things. But for the most part, we are into that nighttime routine. So I should be able to pop my feet up for a little bit, not have to sit at the dining room table, and just get to stitch for a bit. So I've only knitted like 3 rows, but then the hunger hit, because, you know, I haven't eaten today. And I'm wondering, is this a viable dinner choice? Mom, you don't get to vote. No vote for you. It's yummy. It's chocolate. Chocolate makes everything better. I could use a chocolate ice cream for dinner night. Could. Or lunch. Or is it technically breakfast? Not sure. But Nutella. It was calling to me. I was still in the dining room, and it was calling from the freezer. Come get me. Come get me. I'm thinking about it. Knitting is slow. Okay. Is this going to be kind of a kind of video? I'm sorry. Not everybody has a winner day every day, and today is I'm just not a winner. You can turn me off if you want to. It's fine. Friends, I am so tired. On the last row, I had to tink back 4 stitches. And I have to think about that every single time I look at it. And usually end up pulling out my crochet hook to pull it up. And like, I don't have that many stitches on this row. I forget how many. I think maybe 40. I don't know. I'm just too tired. I am just too tired to do this. That's it. That's all I got done today. I got a little bit done on the other one, but yeah. I can't really call it good though. Like, I was like, and they'll just put a little button on it and be like, oh, it's all the rage in Paris, honey. They're just wearing these little scarves with the button. It makes it so it doesn't have to fit under your coat. You probably believe me. I just have to go to bed. It's only 7 o'clock. I just have to go to bed. I'm sorry. This is probably a really boring day, but it was mostly like household stuff, trying to knit, doing stuff with my kiddos, driving around and getting them home, feeding them, getting them to bed, doing all that stuff. And I am just wiped out. You know, some days you just have a day like that. So yes, it is just after 7 o'clock at night, and I am going to put my jammies on and go to bed and hopefully get a good night's sleep, and tomorrow just be a whole new me. He's out again tomorrow night, so I'm so slow. I'm so slow. Slow to the point that I'm wondering, do I rip it out and crochet it? Because that I could get done in a couple of hours. I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay, I'm going to bed. I'm not making any drastic decisions when I'm this tired. Oh, Brew, honey. She doesn't need anything. It's just her stage of life. Yeah, girl, we heard you. Want to go to bed with Mama? I think so. I can get my old dog and go to bed. I'm not even going to go back to the office and film goodbye. I'm just going to say goodbye Sorry, today's kind of a Vlogmas dead. I think we all have days like that. Tomorrow will be better. As Anna of Green Gables would say, tomorrow is fresh with no mistakes in it. And on that note, friends, until tomorrow, happy stitching.